Welcome back to another episode of Coin's numismatic series, where every coin tells a story and every detail holds treasure. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of George Washington $quarter coins. These coins aren't just pocket change, they are living pieces of American history, sometimes worth far more than 25 cents. If you've ever come across a quarter and wondered, could this be rare or valuable? You're in the right place. Buckle up, coin enthusiasts. You won't look at your quarters the same way again. 1969 Washington $quarter coin without mint mark and fine condition. The 1969 Washington quarter without a mint mark might seem like just another coin in your change jar, but this subtle piece from over half a century ago has stories etched into every edge and detail. First minted amidst the tail end of the 1960s, this quarter is a representation of a nation in transformation, both socially and economically. Let's start with the basics. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark during that time period, hence the absence of one. This quarter features the classic obverse design of George Washington, a portrait originally sculpted by John Flanagan, based on a bust by Jean-Antoine Houdon from 1785. On the obverse, the inscriptions are, Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left of Washington's profile, and the year 1969 placed boldly at the bottom. The coin's reverse design proudly features an American bald eagle with spread wings, perched on a bundle of arrows and surrounded by olive branches, a potent symbol of strength and peace. Above the eagle, United States of America. And just below that, E pluribus unum, which translates to, out of many, one. At the bottom rim is the denomination, $quarter. Now let's talk mintage. Over 176 million of these quarters were produced at the Philadelphia Mint in 1969. At first glance, that might suggest the coin is common, but here's the twist. While the quantity is large, finding one in fine condition or higher that's free of scratches, corrosion, or circulation wear is another matter entirely. In fine condition, a typical 1969 quarter without a mint mark holds a value of around $1 to $3, which already puts it above its face value. However, that's only the starting point. In uncirculated or mint state, MS65 and above, values jump significantly, fetching upwards of $20 to $100, and even more if grading services like PCGS or NGC confirm high-quality strikes. But what really excites collectors are errors and varieties. Known error types for the 1969 quarter include, double die obverse, DDO, where the date and letters like Liberty or In God We Trust appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. These are rare and can command values between $100 to several $100s, depending on the severity and condition. Off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing due to the coin not being properly aligned. A 5% to 15% off-center 1969 quarter can sell for $50 or more. Clipped planchets, where part of the coin is cut off due to a blanking mishap, also appeal to error collectors. Collectors also look for weak strikes, die cracks, and lamination errors, which, while less valuable individually, still boost the coin's desirability and sometimes even get slabbed for their numismatic quirkiness. Why is this coin so collectible? It sits in that beautiful sweet spot of vintage yet accessible, offering both beginner and advanced collectors a slice of the past. Many coin collectors try to build complete sets by year and mint mark, and the 1969 P quarter is a must-have. Its presence in fine condition, unmarred by time, is something that truly elevates its standing. So next time you see a 1969 quarter without a mint mark, don't just toss it aside. It may be far more than 25 cents. It could be your window into a numismatic treasure. 1979 Washington $quarter coin without mint mark and fine condition. Now, let's turn our attention to a coin from a pivotal era in modern U.S. coinage, the 1979 Washington quarter minted in Philadelphia, again, lacking a mint mark. This year marks a significant point in numismatic history, not because of silver content or extreme rarity, but because it's part of the post-silver era where errors, transitional traits, and condition scarcity play crucial roles. By 1979, the U.S. Mint had long transitioned from silver coins to clad compositions. This quarter, like its 1969 predecessor, is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, a copper core with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This resulted in a silvery appearance, but unlike pre-1965 quarters, there's no precious metal content here. Yet despite that, the 1979 quarter has become a quietly collectible item, especially in higher grades. Design-wise, it retains all the familiar traits of the Washington quarter. George Washington's profile graces the obverse, along with "Liberty" at the top, "In God We Trust" to the left, and the year 1979 centered below. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was still not using a mint mark for quarters at that time. Its reverse showcases the same bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows surrounded by olive branches, an image symbolic of America's dual stance of strength and peace. The mintage figures for this year were impressive. 515.7 million coins minted in Philadelphia alone. That might suggest abundance, but in reality, it's very difficult to find high-grade examples with clean surfaces and strong strikes. Most of the coins entered circulation quickly and saw immediate wear. In fine condition, the coin's market value stays modest, averaging 25 to 75 cents depending on wear and patina. But here's the kicker. Graded examples in MS-66 or MS-67 have been known to sell for $100 to $500, and exceptionally rare coins in MS-68 have fetched well over $1,000 in auctions. In these top conditions, eye appeal matters, sharpness, luster, and strike depth are everything. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1979 quarter is the error potential. Collectors have discovered double die reverse, DDR. Look closely at the letters in United States of America and quarter dollar. Doubling, though subtle, can multiply the coin's value. Broad strike errors, where the coin was struck outside of the collar, resulting in a flattened rim. These can be worth $50 to $150. Cut errors, caused by a broken die, leaving a blob-like raised area on the coin's surface. These dramatic errors are highly sought after. Also, some 1979 quarters exhibit die were so pronounced it causes ghost-like doubling on both sides, a kind of poor man's DDO. While not officially listed as valuable varieties, they're still of great interest to variety hunters. What makes this coin exciting is its role in the bridge between eras, coming just before the resurgence of numismatic interest in the 1980s and representing a generation of coins that saw heavy use but little preservation. Finding a truly clean, crisp example in fine or uncirculated condition becomes a mission, and a rewarding one at that. So if you've got a 1979 Washington quarter without a mint mark, flip it under a magnifier. You may just have a collector's delight hiding in plain sight. 1989 Washington quarter dollar coin with mint mark P and fine condition. Finally, we arrive at a coin that might look too modern to be interesting, but that's where appearances can deceive. The 1989 Washington quarter with a P mint mark is a fantastic representation of late 20th century minting, one that offers value through condition, error varieties, and collector demand. Minted in Philadelphia, the P mint mark under the profile of George Washington was standard by this time, having been adopted for quarters in 1980. It sits subtly to the right of Washington's ponytail and is often overlooked, yet it plays a key role in numismatic identity. The obverse keeps the time-honored Washington design with "Liberty" above, "In God We Trust" to the left, and the date 1989 just beneath the bust. The reverse remains unchanged, an eagle with outstretched wings over a bundle of arrows, bordered by olive branches. The familiar inscriptions remain, United States of America, E pluribus unum, and quarter dollar anchoring the bottom. Over 512 million of these quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1989. So why does it earn a spot on this top 3 list? Because while quantity was high, quality was not. The U.S. Mint faced some mechanical and die fatigue issues during this period. As a result, finding a sharply struck, well-centered, and clean 1989 P quarter is much rarer than the numbers suggest. In circulated, fine condition, it fetches around 25 to 50 cents, but values escalate fast in mint state. MS-65 and MS-66 coins can go for $10 to $50, and MS-67 examples can break the $150 mark. As for errors, 1989 was a standout year. Key errors and varieties include double die obverse, less common but known. Off-center strikes, particularly those 10% or more off, which are worth $100 or more. Struck-through grease errors, which cause parts of the design to appear missing or faded. Misaligned dies, leading to partial design doubling or lopsided borders. Perhaps one of the most talked about oddities is the repunched mint mark, where the P appears to be doubled or struck at a slight angle. While not officially cataloged in major references, these are popular among error enthusiasts and can increase the coin's appeal considerably. Collectors value the 1989 P quarter as a modern classic. It sits at the tail end of an era just before the 1999 launch of the state quarters program, which drastically changed how America viewed its coinage. That means 1989 is part of the last generation of traditional Washington quarters, and it's often sought to complete full runs from 1965 to 1998. So yes, even a seemingly ordinary 1989 quarter can become extraordinary, when you understand what you're looking at. And there you have it, coin lovers. Our top 3 George Washington quarters, the 1969 no mint mark, the 1979 no mint mark, and the 1989 p-mint. Each of these coins tells a unique story, from mintage quirks to hidden errors and condition rarities, and they prove that numismatic value doesn't always mean ancient or shiny. Sometimes, it's right in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover hidden value in everyday coins. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and remember, the past lives in your hands, one coin at a time.